Good morning. It is Friday. It is Commodity Corner. It is the Bubba Show. So, as we have been on top of these commodities, and as we've been telling you that the money is coming out of these commodities, and we look for action to continue to drive them lower, what have we seen? We see, first of all, take a look at gold. I mean, has gold been a beatdown or what? And you can see that this is when you take money out of riskier assets. The risk is coming off the table. All you have to do is take a look at gold and oil and see the tremendous beatings that those have taken. I mean, gold is now in what we would consider a bear market. Crude oil is not there yet, but it is working their way quickly. You know, it's interesting, but when you start to see the outflow of cash out of these commodity markets, you start to see outflow everywhere. Money is flowing into safer investments. Commodities are considered alternative investments with the opportunity for high return. We can see the grain markets are basically in bear markets. We see the bond markets are continuing to rally, but unbelievably pushing rates down consistently lower. These are all warning signs to you, the trader. When the outflow comes out of higher risk assets, that means that there's fear. When there's fear, that means the markets are going to go most likely lower. Commodity spaces lead that direction because when there's no fear, they flow into these funds and push. That's how they push gold up to $1,900. That's how they push crude oil up to $1.04. That's how they push the soybeans and corn and all these other commodities higher. Now we see the outflow. Again, we're going to continue to sell these commodities until they give us a churn around. So what I'm telling you here is not to jump in and try to chase them down to the bottom, but what you want to look for is you want to look for gold to come back up to, it'll probably see 1450. That would be a great level to be possibly selling, maybe even 1400. Crude oil, you want to look to be a seller around 92 or 90. Soybeans, 1450. Corn, 680. Wheat, 720. Those are all great sell points. We don't want to be a buyer of any of these commodity spaces here. We want to look to be a seller. The overall flow is down. So we want to look to be a seller of all commodities right now. As the market continues to go into a shell and look for safety, these will be great products for us to get some high return on. As I like to do every week, at the end of the week, I like to make my predictions. Look for the markets. Look for 1550 in the S&P to be the pivot. I look for it to be lower. I look for a dead cat bounce in gold. I look for oil to continue to work its way lower. I look for the grain markets to be lower. But I do look for that dead cat bounce in gold. The rest I'm looking for lower across the board. For Friday, for Commodity Corner, for the Bubba Show, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. I hope the weather finally turns. We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a good day, everybody.